Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a tutorial for this bright purple eye makeup look. Because this is such a striking look, I've kept the rest of the face really simple and nude. I hope you enjoy this video. I'm going to start with a primer. I'm using the Makeup Academy Matte Perfect Primer. This is a gel based primer. It has a bit of a silky feel, but it also mattifies the skin, so it does both things, mattifying as well as smoothing. I think it's a really good primer for summers and for people with oily skin. Next, I'm going to use foundation, and I'm using the Chambor Enriched Revitalising Makeup, which is a light to medium coverage hydrating foundation. Because my skin is on the combination side, I've used a mattifying primer, and with this I'm using a foundation that is a little more moisturizing, so it balances out my combination skin really well. Now this foundation doesn't have a lot of coverage, so you might need a bit of extra help in areas like the under eyes and in areas where you have pigmentation or blemishes. But what I do like about this foundation is that it gives a soft glow to the skin and doesn't get patchy even if you have dry skin. Now, starting with the eye makeup, I'm going to use a dark purpley color eye pencil first. This one is Prunella by MAC. You can use any purple or dark blackened purple for this look. When you do a smoky eye or a look that has a really bright color, it always helps to have something as a base which helps the color pop. So I'm using this all over the lid and also along my lash lines. Next, I'm going to use the Eat Sleep Makeup Repeat palette by Makeup Revolution, and I'm using this pinkish purple color. I'm using a flat brush and I'm just going to pat this color all over the lid. Now this color is really pretty. It's got a bit of a bluish duochrome, so you're not going to need a lot of eyeshadows to create this look. So just by itself you can see it looks really bright, really striking, and I'm only going to use one other color for my crease. For the crease, I'm using that matte purple which is in the rightmost section of the palette. I'm using this to diffuse the color applied in the previous step. So this is going in my crease and I'm using a blending brush for this step. You can also use a bit of loose powder just to help the blending process a little bit. And I'm using the one by Colorbar, which I'll also use for my face later on. For my lower lash line, I'm using that same shimmery purple that I used as the first eyeshadow all over the lid. To finish off, I'm once again going to use Prunella by MAC along my upper lash line and then just go over with my brush to smoke it out slightly. Next, I'm going to curl my lashes and then apply a mascara. You would notice I have not used any eyeliner for this look, just to keep it simple. I'm using the MAC False Lashes mascara on the top as well as the bottom lashes. You can leave it at that or apply a pair of false eyelashes if you want to do a really dramatic look. For the brows, first I'm going to use a brow primer, and this is like a gel that takes a bit of time to dry, and before it dries up it's a good idea to apply your brow powder, brow pencil, whatever you're going to use, and once it dries up it just sets into a waterproof finish. It keeps your brows in place and it's a really good product for the summer, I feel. For the brows, I'm using the Shiseido Brow Stylist Compact, which is one of my old favorites, just using the combination of the two shades to fill in the gaps. Now coming back to the face, I'm going to use the Deborah Milano Dress Me Perfect Concealer, and this is in the shade Apricot. I'm using this in a triangular shape under the eyes, and I'm going to be doing quite a bit of cream contouring and highlighting. So once I've used this in the areas I want to highlight, I'm going to use the Freedom Strobing Contouring Cream Palette. I'm using the darkest shade from this palette for the contouring bit. I'm using this cream under my cheekbones. I'll also use this along the sides of my nose and also along my jawline, basically all the areas where I want to add a bit of shadow and depth. For highlighting, I'm also adding a little bit of that light yellowish color from the palette and adding it in the areas I want to highlight, which is the high points of the face and also right under where I applied the contouring cream. And then I'm just going to go in with my brush and blend it all out. Once the blending work is done, I'm going to set everything. For areas where I applied the concealer and highlighter, I'm using the Colorbar Airbrush loose powder, which is a lightweight translucent powder. And for areas where I apply the contouring cream, I'm using the middle shade from the NATIO contour kit, which is like a bronzing color for my skin. I'm applying this right over where I'd applied the contouring cream. Coming to blush, I'm using the Note Silk blush in the shade Pink in Summer, which is a really pretty warm pink color with a matte finish. The formula is really nice. It's very silky, blends really easily, and it's not too crazy pigmented. I think it's a really lovely color for the Indian skin. I'm using this on the apples of the cheeks, blending it upwards towards the temples. For the lips, I'm going to use the IsaDora Twist Up Matte Lips in the shade Bohemian. This is a Swedish brand which is now available in India. You can get this online at Nykaa and in Shoppers Stop stores as well. And this shade is the perfect nude for me. I'm using this all over the lips. Because my lips are feeling a little bit dry, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Gloss in the shade I Got the Power. This is a really moisturizing gloss. It's a creamy formula and this color is very flattering, very nice nude for Indian skin. To finish off, I'm going to add a little bit of highlighter. I'm using the one by LA Girl and this is in the shade 100 Watt. And as the last step, I'm going to add a pair of false eyelashes which I purchased online from Amazon. And that is it. That is the finished look. I think this shade of purple is very flattering on the Indian skin. It looks very nice on brown eyes and black eyes as well, and it doesn't look too crazy. I think this is a look that you can wear for a special occasion or a party. That is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and I will see you all soon in my next video. Bye.